isn't my bed, by the way. I wish this was my bed. I'm in a hotel. I'm always in a hotel at the moment when I vlog. I'm travelling around the country, and I get a bit lonely. Hence this. I wanted to talk about mindfulness. I've spoken about this before, but I'm really struggling at the moment to keep up my practice of mindfulness. I used to be really disciplined, and every morning and every evening I'd set my time aside and I'd go and sit in a kind of upright position on the floor, and I'd really properly meditate. But I'm just struggling. I'm struggling with that at the moment, and I guess I just wanted to talk about kind of what you can do when you're struggling with your practice. At the moment, both my physical health and my mental health isn't the best. Having a flare-up of IBS at the moment, which isn't fun, and I'm just really stressed in terms of my mental health. So it's not the best. And I just, in the mornings, I just cannot get up. I cannot get up. I cannot get out of bed to meditate. I just can't. Well, I can, but it's just such a struggle. And I'm sure other people will be able to relate. It's such a struggle when you're feeling bleh, So at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm just practicing mindfulness when I can from my bed. And I know this isn't probably, people will watch this and say, well, you're not properly doing mindfulness, or you're not meditating properly, but sometimes you have to make allowances for what's going on. So, by the way, there's drilling work in the hotel, if you can hear drilling, which isn't great for mindfulness. But I just wanted to talk about, what I find useful, because at the moment my mind is just, oh my goodness, my mind is just, it's really annoying, isn't it, that drilling? Is that really annoying? I'm going to try and talk over it. My mind is just literally like a really, like a hamster wheel, like a non-stop hamster wheel. My thoughts are just on a constant wheel, just really. So mindfulness is tough. There's different mindfulness meditations you can do. Sorry. This is testing my mindfulness, this drilling. I hope it's not going to ruin the video. Anyway, this is good. No, it's good. Do you know what? It's good. This is all set to challenge. It's good. It's good. So when my mind is racing, or when I'm facing stresses, what I do is I count the breaths, and I usually aim for 10. So if I can't get up out of bed, if my physical, my mental health just is just going a bit gaga, then I count the breaths, and I breathe in 1, and breathe out 2, breathe in 3, breathe out 4, breathe in 5, breathe out 6. And really, take a deep breath in and really feel it in your stomach. And I just count the breath to 10. And then if I can get to 10 and I'm fully there, then I might go to 20, I might go to 30, etc., etc. Sometimes I go to 100. It's just a way of kind of refocusing and not being so distracted by whatever it is. So I find counting the breaths is really useful. And you can do it lying down, you know? You can just do it lying down. You don't have to sit in a disciplined position. Just do it lying down. But counting the breaths I find really useful, and you can count the breaths anywhere, even if you're on the bus, on the train, wherever. You can do it wherever, but I find I'm really relying on counting the breaths at the moment as kind of a way of contacting mindfulness. I also, if I don't do that, I might do a short exercise where I focus on different senses. So I'll start off by focusing on my body in contact with the ground or with the bed. So start off at the back of my head and go down to my neck and shoulders, and just really sort of just tuning into where your body is in contact with the bed. So shoulders, back, arms, bum, and feet, and just really going down the body and just focusing on that contact, just as another way of you know, distracting or kind of getting in touch, grounding. So it's a sense of touch. And then I might spend time doing that. Then I'll focus a bit on hearing, what I'm hearing. If you can hear that, there's drilling. And it's a test, it's all a test. But I just focus on it, and the whole point of mindfulness is not to judge, just to let things be. So, you know, I'll listen to the drilling. And it's just there. I don't... If I get angry about it, then I see the anger, I observe the anger, or I just feel the anger, but I try not to attach to it. One really good thing that I've learned is imagining yourself by a riverbank, and you put the things that's going on for you into the river that you'll see before you. So anger, I might picture anger in some way, or I like to picture words, so I picture the word anger, and I watch it go down the river and float off downstream. And yeah, the anger's going to come back. Oh, the drilling, anger, put the anger back in the river. I hope this makes sense. Put the anger back in the river and watch it go downstream, and you just keep doing it. Mindfulness is all about doing things again and again and again, because the mind is well, we all know how the mind works. You just cannot control it, and of course it's gonna challenge you. But you do things again and again, so you go back to your breath, even if it takes 100 times, you know, when you're being distracted, just come back to the breath again and again and again. If you have to put anger or anxiety, if you have to come into contact with it again and again and again, you do that, but you just don't attach to it. And you do it without judgment, so, you know, you're not angry at the fact that you keep getting distracted and you keep having to come back to the breath and count the breaths. You don't get angry at yourself for that. You try and be kind to yourself for that. Because we can't control how our mind works. I wish we could, but we can't. And mindfulness is literally about not beating yourself up for what goes on in here. So yeah, I focus on the different senses, the touch, the hearing. I might open my eyes and see what's around, and it's about just observing. You can't see obviously what's around, but light, ceiling. Do you know what I mean? It's just about observing, and not just observing, just once again returning back to being present completely, not just up here. So there's the breathing, and there's the kind of senses. There's the hearing and the touch, and there's sight. And another thing that I like to do sometimes if I'm struggling is just work down my body. It's a body scan, and start. Yeah, sometimes you can start at the feet, sometimes you can start at the head. At the moment, I'm starting at the head. So start sensing the scalp. Start sensing the scalp, forehead, eyebrows, eyes. You're just kind of tuning into that area of the body if you can. Eyes, just feeling what it's like. Cheeks. Is there any tension? Can you feel any tension? Often I feel tension in my jaw. My jaw is like clenched. So jaw, nose, ears, go down to your neck. So really get a sense of your neck. Is there any tension there? Shoulders, again, place of a lot of tension. And you're just really tuning into that area just for 5, 10, 15 seconds, however long you want. Go down to your arms, top arms, lower arms, hands, the palms, and the backs of the hands. And your fingertips. Just, if it's helpful, go say it out loud. Say out loud the areas of the body that you're working on, that you're going through. Then going onto your chest, your torso, and your back, top of the back, middle of the back, the lower of the back. Obviously I'm rushing through this, but you know, take your time. Your bum, and then your legs. Oh, I forgot the stomach, sorry. Really important area. Stomach. Again, you might feel the breath there. You feel any tension. And then you're moving on to your legs. Tops of your legs. Knees. Lower legs. Ankles, and then your feet, tops of your feet, the soles, the heels, and the toes. And with the arms and the legs, obviously you can do them separate, you know, one arm at a time, or one leg at a time, or do them together. So these aren't actual, these aren't proper mindfulness meditations. I'm not taking you through any proper mindfulness meditation. I'm just giving you examples of what you can do when you're struggling. Because, you know, I beat myself up. Oh, you know, I'm not doing proper mindfulness, or you know, this isn't the way it's meant to be done. There's no right way about mindfulness. It's however you can come into contact with it. You come into contact with it, especially when you're struggling. It's really hard. It's really hard, and mindfulness is not about giving yourself a hard time. It's the opposite. It's about being kind to yourself, you know. Even if you just do manage 2 minutes of mindfulness a day, when you wake up in the morning or when you go to bed, and you're just focusing on your breath, you know, just for those 2 minutes, may you find some peace of mind, you know, even if it's very brief and fleeting. May you find some peace of mind. Because I think once you start to find a bit of peace of mind with mindfulness, it's a relief. You know, you can get in contact with that peace of mind through maybe some of the ways I've spoken about at difficult times. I hope I'm making sense. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop. But I hope this... I just want to share my experience at the moment, because if you read books or listen to tapes or YouTube videos, often you'll see people sitting in, you know, lotus position, and for some people that's not manageable, and you know, I'm not if people are going to start criticizing me and saying, well, you're not doing it properly, or I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to. I know what it's like to struggle, and how difficult it can be to practice mindfulness in a really disciplined way, in a formal way. And I think mindfulness it should be available. It is available to anyone, to everyone at any time, and you just do whatever you can in life to find those moments. Life is tough, especially if you've got physical and mental health issues. It's tough, and you do whatever you can to find those moments. I'm really talking rubbish, so I'm going to end, but thank you for watching.